On the mega hit series, The Blacklist, Aram has got work to do. He's temporarily leading the task force and feeling the pressure.
I know, no knocking, but Reddington called. He's on his way in. Sounds important.
Okay, do you know who sent this?
Beats me.
What is going on? Someone tripped the emergency alarm on subsection C.
Gotta hate when someone trips that alarm, but we're sure our next guest has it all under control. So please welcome actor, director, and optimist, Mr. Amir Arison.
What up, OG?
Good morning. So nice to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you. Thank you for having me.
I think honor is a pretty strong word. So whatever it is, like, let's take it down like 10 notches under honor, because I don't know. But it is an honor to meet you on my part. I told you I got to meet Mr. Tawfiq because he came on the show. Don't ask him if he remembers me. He probably doesn't. Just pretend.
I'm sure he does.
No.
He's got a good memory and a giant heart. And
That it-
who doesn't someday?
Well, see, like, you know, they say like minds stick together, so that's why you guys are the buddies that you are. Listen, judging from that clip, usually I would be worried, because anything alarm related, anything like that kind of situation, I would be like freaking out. But you're a pretty solid guy, so something tells me it's going to be all good. Your character, you are too, but your character, Aram.
Well, in this episode, well, like every episode, but particularly in this episode, nothing is what it seems. So it looks like it starts off okay, but just a few alarms, things pick up. And then why is he getting a box of paper airplanes?
Right?
The last time I saw paper airplanes was when he was throwing them with Agnes a season or two ago.
See?
Something's weird. Something's triggering him.
And you also did post that making this week's episode was the hardest you ever worked in television. What made this episode so difficult? I'm sure you weren't the one who had to fold the paper airplane, so what was it?
Well, so I really feel like this episode is a culmination of almost everything Aram has been through all 9 seasons. I personally am an advocate of mental health and getting help if you need it. And Aram needs help with everything that he's seen, especially in recent history with, you know, the loss of Liz. And then he's been placed the head of the task force, which he's doing his best, but he never was in a situation where he had to be responsible for the tough calls. That's always been on Cooper. And he's, you know, got a good heart and a big empath. And it's, you know, a lot of the themes of the show are to be sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So I think he's personalizing that pressure and with recent loss. And he already talks about, you know, he talks about early in the episode how he's always sort of dealt with anxiety and dealt with depression. And he just wants to do his best and he doesn't want to hurt a fly. And, this episode, when they handed it to me, I couldn't believe it. It was pitch perfect, every word. And we not only see what happens to Aram, but we may be entering his psyche a little bit.
Let me tell you, if there's one thing fans can agree, aside from you guys' brilliant acting, the writers are just out of control, out of this world madness. I'm telling you. But your fans are also like major from all over the world. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like they love you guys so much. Like when they're intense with that kind of love, you know, they're brutally honest, right? So what has been one of the biggest twists about the show that has had people coming up to you like yelling like it's your fault?
Well, one time a guy ran out of a barber shop. This is in season 6 when my spy ex-girlfriend played Elise, and she's about 5'1", totally kicked my booty, like kicked my booty. And guy comes out, he goes, "Yo, why'd you let Shorty do that to you? You got to stand up for yourself." And people were also pretty mad 2 episodes when I sort of didn't obey Mr. Reddington. Aram kind of stood his ground. You see some pushback, you know, everyone's very loyal to Red. But I've gotten so much love over the years. I see people going back and forth defending him. Of course, everyone's always asking, who is Red? Is he your father?
Yes.
Is he this person?
Yep.
And I'm like, I want to keep my job.
Yes.
I'm not even 100% sure. I read each script like viewers see it, I'm also like, how are they going to get out of this?
Yep.
What every act break all the way to the end, I'm like, well, what are we going to do now? And sure enough, they find some smart, witty, conspiracy and character-based way forward. It's
Yeah.
really an amazing show to be on.
Well, we know since 2013, like it is the dream. Like we're living the dream with you, through you. And by the way, we love that you've gone from the FBI to the BFI, and we have this throwback picture, not of the BFI. We saw that. We did peep that. But we have a throwback picture of you that you say is still in your mom's office. And since this is Teacher Appreciation Week, I know you always talk about one of your teachers who still sends you emails after episodes to say, hey, great job, or to talk to you about, because she was a huge part in you being an actor and on this journey of yours, starting from, what are you, 6th grade?
I've known her since the 3rd grade.
Oh, wow.
Myrna Feldman, she's in Georgia now. And her daughter keeps in touch with me through her, and then helps her kind of communicate. I have a number of teachers. I want to give a shout out to Tad Harrington, Mr. Mullen, Brenda Gooden, Myrna Feldman, Enid Meyer, and also especially Stacy Donovan, who's a friend of mine, who, when I got to college in New York, I went to Columbia University. When I was 18 years old, we started seeing Broadway shows and talking about them. She used to choreograph and costume the musicals when I was in high school. I couldn't be a bigger advocate for arts access and education. I think it is just as essential as math, science, sports, history. It is crucial to development. And I found myself in the arts. You know, I took dance, I tried to take music, not a great singer. But really, I found my footing in theater. And, you know, by the 6th grade, I said, you know, this is what I want to do. And sort of, you know, despite the odds, sort of had to keep that promise to myself. And
we're
you know,
glad you did.
we have one life, when you fall forward, and they've been, I certainly wouldn't have been an actor or had the encouragement and the trust and love
Without them.
of all of them and my parents.
And thanks to all of them, wherever you are. We thank you for Amir. We thank you, Amir, for chatting with us. Nice to meet you. Everyone, you can check him out on the Blacklist this Friday night. That's tomorrow on NBC. Thank you so much. Come back again.
Thank
Whenever you want. Such a
I'd love to.
pleasure.
Have a beautiful day.
You too.